What's good? It's been a minute. It has been a whole minute. And I legitly am sorry, I guess. I'm sorry to myself. And I'm sorry to the five of y'all who actually watch my channel. Because, I am trying really hard to order my life, order my steps, and make sure that I really put out the best me that I want to be. And this is a part of it because I do want to create and nurture and love people in the realm in which they want to do it. So if this is your medium, then I'm here for you. But I've been distracted like fuck. And I'm not even going to like try to sugarcoat the shit. If you know me, you know I shoot it to you real raw rap. So that's legitly been it. I've been distracted. There have been good distractions. There have been negative distractions. There have just been stagnant distractions. Like you so tired that all you want to do is kind of play a game on your phone till you fall asleep. And then you've been doing that for like 3 days in a row. That type of stagnant, distracted, tired. Like, but out of all strife, at least for me, there always is a beacon of light, and I call that inspiration. And it falls bestowed upon me. And the inspiration that I bring to you guys was, I've been distracted. I couldn't seem to focus. And I'm trying to think, when did it start? It literally started right after the last video I did for you guys. For us. The last video I did for us. That's when I got distracted. And it started with the positive distractions. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. Look at what I've done. And still focusing on that, it became stagnant distraction because I didn't make another move thereafter. And then I got sick. And then I focused on how the sickness made me feel. And then I realized that those first two distractions led to this moment. And then I got negatively distracted because I kept down talking myself, or killing myself in my head, or just losing my mind. And then I had to deal with being sick. It's like, man, yo, just do what you gotta do. And it'll be alright. Like, it will all be alright. So I think the last 48 hours, I've really been kicking myself in the behind and really been trying to make sure that I get these creative projects that I've been working on off the ground. And the main one that I'm always working on is this right here. This is my baby, my first baby. So I'm not going to always do it right, but I'm going to give it the most love that I have. So yeah. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about distractions and I guess what I've done to kind of pull myself out of this space. I really, and it was a conversation I had with a friend yesterday that kind of made me go, that's the aha moment for me. I think distractions ultimately are just a test of sacrifice, right? Like, will you do what it takes to push past whatever that is, whether it makes you feel good, whether it just keeps you still long enough for you to not deal with anything, or whether it pushes you back or, facilitates that self-fulfilling negative bullshit prophecy. Can you sacrifice doing that dumbness long enough to keep moving? Or can you even sacrifice the acknowledgement of your emotions in that moment to keep pushing? Like, past couple of weeks, I wasn't able to. I was not able to sacrifice for my goals. Like, I just wasn't. I just chose the distractions. I chose the, and then there were spurts because, money's been real tight as I've been trying to find my way back into probably going to school or opening a business. So it's like, in those moments where a friend calls you, hey, I'll treat you to a drink, let's go out. That's 45 minutes I could be writing, or that's 45 minutes I could be doing something else. And old me used to just like bring my book with me and write, and then, we'll record our session because stuff just falls out my mouth. I didn't even do that. It's like, what are you doing to yourself? I wasn't paying attention. And that's legitimately it. I wasn't paying attention to everything else that was going on that caused me to reach out to those 3 distractions. Like, just consistently. At one point, actually a couple of days ago, I realized I was doing all three. Just in the same day, just rotating that negativity. And it's just ridiculous. Now for me, and of course, I think everything on my channel is about making sure that you know who and what you are as a being. So I study myself a little bit, and like I really pay attention to those quiet moments and what's going on with me in those quiet moments. So I know that for Regina, distractions normally come after a bout of depression. They normally come after I feel like I need to be happy again. I need to not be tired anymore. I need to be better than what I currently am. And so I always default to some shit that immediately gives me that instant gratification. I think I've referenced this before, that goddamn microwave society. That's not where real growth lies, like where real progress comes in. And I'm realizing that. Not necessarily I'm realizing that. I knew that. This is the application phase. You got to apply these lessons that you learn. So, I don't know. And like I said, sacrifice is the answer to that test. Like, had I not ran around and shared my goodness, which I haven't been doing, and that's how I got to this point, I probably would have kept moving. Had I not, like, literally, it's a game on my phone. I need to just delete it. I do. I just need to delete it. I'm going to delete it at some point, because it distracts the shit out of me. I'll go to my phone, I'll see it, and it'll call me. Like my name, Pookie. And it just be calling me, man. Just keep calling me, man. I'm going to delete this game, I swear. And then the negative speech that will rev up in my head, and that I will play like that cycle over and over and over again, just to perpetuate this bullshit ass cycle of negativity. I don't know. But also, I guess on the second level, or the bigger level, because there's levels to this shit, right? So after you kind of realize that that's what's going on, realizing the importance of sacrifice, not just for you, but for those around you. Like, you have to be able to master sacrifice in order to do it properly for the next person. Like, there have been people in my life, very pivotal people in my life, who knew how to sacrifice. They knew how to go without. They knew how to just make do, mentally, emotionally, and physically. They didn't have a command on it enough to not then place that other residual juju that comes with sacrifice, that guilt, that despair, that fear of missing out, as we call it now, right? Which is just dread. Y'all need to understand that that's just dread. You're dreading not going out. You're dreading not being there. You have a little bit of guilt, and that's dread. But if you don't command sacrifice properly for yourself, then when you do it for others, then, oh, I did this for you. This is because of you. And it's like, no, fam. You should sacrifice for you first and foremost. If I get the pour overs of that cup, then so be it. But don't blame me for what has come to be. Like, that just sucks. Not only can you do it properly, then you can recognize when you're receiving someone sacrificing of themselves for you. Because I think in a lot of relationships, people don't notice those moments, right? And then that's when it comes back. Well, I did this for you and for us, and yeah, and it's like, well, yeah, maybe you did, but like, not so. But so when it falls on deaf ears, they don't. An ex of mine used to tell me all the time, the way that you love me does not dictate the way that I'm supposed to love you. And I'm like, motherfucker, what do you mean? That's exactly what the way that I love you means. But no, he was right. He was right. He, at where we were and what was going on, he didn't have the shit that I was asking for. And just because I did doesn't dictate that he should give it to me. He can't possess it. He doesn't possess it. He don't have it to give. But more importantly, as what all humans are supposed to do for one another, Once you can command it for yourself and do it for yourself, and then unadulteratedly do it for other people, then you'll be able to teach it to the next motherfucker. Like, i.e. your goddamn children. You'll be able to show them how to sacrifice, how to go without, how to push through and not go to that party, but stay home, study for that class because you suck at math. Like, friends don't, but you do. Do what you gotta do. Small little things like that. Small little, I think is going to make me a well-rounded person. I argue it will make a well-rounded human being. So I kind of broke it down real quick, and I'm trying to get better at shorter videos so y'all can just, you know, catch a bitch on your lunch break. So I broke it down to 3 steps. And of course, if you know me, you know that music is my kryptonite, my savior, and my teacher. So the first thing I do is stop. I stop all the bullshit. Like, I just stopped fucking around with myself. I stopped playing the game. Yes, I went back to the game first because y'all don't understand. Like, literally calling me. Like I'm topless in a crack den calling me, yo. Just, and then I'm no longer sharing. Like, not with no disrespect, but like, I'm going to share the product of what I'm putting out, which is just as positive as sharing the steps. And then literally working hard on not having these negative like thoughts about myself or words about myself, or when that internal monologue starts to get a little gray. And I'm talking about that charcoal gray that everybody wants a couch to be in now. I will be sure to be like, hey, Regina, shut the fuck up and let's move on. Let's read a book. The second thing I'm doing now is dropping everything that no longer serves the purpose that I'm working towards. That's just it. That's it. So for me, immediately after depression, I need to be pacified, to be happy a little bit. I'm dropping that shit. I cannot go through life trying to always have a microwave dinner solution to the shit that I'm going through. I need to go ahead and take the time and clean that goddamn chicken and preheat that motherfucking oven and clean them goddamn vegetables like my mama taught me, and put in the work, because the outcome of that meal will be more regenerative for what I need. So I'm dropping the bullshit. But the last thing I do is I shut the negativity down and I take up stock. So if you're a hip hop head, you heard it. I stop, I drop, I shut it down, and I take up stock. I'm taking stock in what's important. What's important in me, what's important in the journey, what's important in the end goal. Like, those things are necessary. I referenced a conversation with a friend yesterday that kind of made some of these things come to fruition for me. It was the end of our conversation where, like, I hit the nail on the head for him. Like, I legitimately did. And I was like, hey, guy, so based off of everything we just said, I think it's this. How do you feel about that? And he was like, stop. I don't want to talk no more. Oh. And there is where lies the difference with me and a lot of people. Because once I hit it on the head, I'm like, oh, let's digest this. Let's move forward. Let's keep going. Because clearly I'm about to get something that I need. I'm clearly about to see how to apply the lesson. But again, I believe you attract that in which you are or what you're going through. So I stopped at some point. I stopped really applying, achieving, moving forward. Hence why I had to have that conversation with somebody else about it yesterday. For me to see the error of my ways for me. So that's it, y'all. Don't get distracted. And if you are distracted, sacrifice. Don't go out. Don't talk to that guy. Don't call that girl. Don't talk about that coworker that you hate. If you hate him, just move on. You gotta stop. Drop the bullshit and take stock in what's important. That's it, and that's all, family. So as always, and I think I did it. We short today. I want to leave you guys with light. We still have the gift of light. I'm still loving this. I'm still adjusting to my face this bright, but I just want to give you guys some light. I also want to give you a lot of life because we only got one to live. And I know everybody's on that YOLO, but you know, it's all about how you do it. But that's just me. But more importantly, I think life always gets better with love. And I leave you guys with the same amount of love that you give to me every day, every moment, every 3-week gap. Thank you guys. I love you back.